Very well. We gave him a few bases. We were kind of playing with fire early, actually, but we pulled ourselves out with some very good defensive double plays. I think we turned 3 in those first 5 innings. And then just the response to the 3 runs, the 2 and the 1. As I told the boys also, I thought Kaiser's base running play kind of set up that inning, went first to third. It was an aggressive maneuver. He did it on his own. And Scotty took the extra base, and that kind of got us in position to score. We get the ground ball, and then Ethan drove a ball down the line, which he's very capable of doing. It was a big, big hit. And then after that, it just became more of a pitcher's defensive duel. Very proud of our bullpen, from Raby to Gillis to Schaller, and then Chandler. I'm just glad that they were able to do their job and give the ball to the next guy and essentially keep them off the scoreboard, which is very difficult to do because it's a very explosive team. So I'm very, very proud of our team.
Questions for the student athletes?
Chandler, are you kind of turning into the closer? I mean, do you feel like this is maybe your role now?
It's what it's been recently. Pretty comfortable in any position, but whenever Brown tells me to get hot and I get the next inning, that's kind of when I get in the zone. So whenever that is, whether it be early on in the game or late in the game, I just want to go out there and do the best job I can for my teammates.
You knew today was June 2nd. On your mind at all, or does that help you, hurt you?
Yeah, it's on my mind. It was on all of our minds. And I know Coach Corbin brought it up last night, and we look at it as celebratory. We got to be with him for the time he was on this earth, and we all get to play for him. And I have that slogan for us, and so it was definitely on my mind, but when it's out there, it's just about competing. And so I was doing that, and then after it's all said and done, you get time to think about it and move forward from there.
Jackson, take us through that 7th inning. You struck out Beer, Williams, and Wilkie after the leadoff single. Looked like you pulled Beer there on strike 3. What did you really do to keep those guys off balance, and how big was that for your team?
I was just trying to do what I could to keep passing the baton to other guys. Brady handed off to me. I took handed off to Schaller. And that inning I was just trying to attack the zone, attack the hitters, and do what I could to get us back in.
With Zach starting and then Raby coming in out of the pen and all that, there's a little bit of a swap there from what they were in the season. How aware were you guys of the pitching plan?
We were pretty aware. Yeah, it was going to be either King or Raby, depending on who we played today.
How do you think the changes worked so well? If you look back at it now, it seemed like the pitching change worked perfectly when they were made.
Our bullpen, we really harp on just trying to pass it off to the next guy in your job. So I think we really embodied that idea, and we just kept passing off to the next guy.
Ethan is kind of a strange at bat. Your home run, you get hit, you got to shake that off. You go really, really opposite field. Just take us through that at bat and what you saw.
Yeah, going up to the plate, the coaches, especially Baxter, was just voicing stay on the fastball. He throws a lot of fastballs. He just flipped in a breaking ball first pitch and tried to roll out of it, but it just hit me. And that's the umpire's judgment. I wasn't going to argue it, and just got back to my approach, hunting the fastball and got a pitch to hit.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Question for Coach Corbin?
Tim, why go with the pitching plan that you did?
It was just this was on Brownie's mind for quite some time, so he just didn't wing it. It wasn't a 24-hour decision. We looked at the 4 teams or 3 teams, and we were thinking about the possibilities of what would work best against a certain team. Whether it would or not, we didn't know, but we had confidence in the kids that we were giving the ball to, and it just flowed in the direction it did. We knew that we were going to use everyone in this environment tonight.
Coach, 2nd year in a row, you've been in the catbird seat. How critical was that for your pitching staff?
Well, I think for anyone's pitching staff, it's critical just from the standpoint of now you're playing most is 4 games versus 5 games. So we've done it every which way. We've done it 4, done it 5, done it in 3. Ideally, you'd like to not throw a whole lot of innings. So it's important that you stay in the winner's bracket.
seem you could have made a case not to pitch Chandler today or to pitch Chandler. Do you have to separate that and just make a baseball decision?
It's all baseball. It's all baseball. I trust the kids, and I trust Chandler right now. He's been very effective the last 3 weeks, and his work has set him up to be confident and pitch in these situations. So I trust the kids, and based on, you heard Jack, but that's kind of their mindset. They know that they've got a job to do. They know it's going to be a short duration. They're just going to get their job done and then hand it off to the next man.
I'm sure Chandler could be just worn out with emotion. It's been 2 years. He mentioned you brought it up last night. Is there still talk of that after this game or anything? That you saw an emotion with Chandler, obviously getting the big inning there at the end for him?
Sure. There's plenty of emotion, but at the same time, when you're in sport and you're in competition, you get locked into the competition. Now, after it's done, there's a lot of emotions in the dugout and a lot of emotions from Chandler. But I'm very proud of the growth that he's made, and the article that he wrote was just a well-done piece of work of someone who it probably helped him in a lot of different ways to write something like that. But I'm just glad that he's moving in the direction that he's moving with his life and his athletic life. He's been a very good leader for our team.
Any other questions?
You gonna pitch Mason tomorrow, or is that wait and see?
We'll wait and see.
Coach, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.